Hello everyone, welcome back to All of Fabric 5, the best mod pack with all of the fabric mods in it. At least it's in the top 5 of the best mod packs with all the fabric mods in it. You'll have to take my word for that. So before we get started today, you'll notice that the frames there aren't doing too good. In the last episode we played without shaders, but I missed all the beauty that the shader packs bring to the game, so we have to do a little bit of work to get those frames up to something respectable. One thing that produces a lot of lag is just pathfinding from mobs. Like, these guys are walking back and forth all the time, and it's kind of unnecessary. We don't need that many chickens. We have all the eggs, 2,000 eggs. We have all the eggs we'll ever need. So these guys are completely redundant right now, I'd say. Now, there's a small chance, I guess, that it's the animals stuck in here that are causing the lag, but I would be surprised because, well, they're not doing anything down there. Unless their twisting and turning counts as updates. Frames are still incredibly low. 20. I'm lucky to get 30 frames a second here. Even here, there's a lot of mobs pathfinding and moving around. We're getting closer to 50 frames a second here. So I think what might be the culprit is all these guys up here. Maybe I've just been active in this area a little bit too long and the place is just swarming with these guardians. So yeah, look at the minimap there. There's so many. With all these handy mods, it shouldn't be too hard to clear out that ocean monument and either stop their spawning or maybe turn it into a quick and cheap XP farm. Looks like we're going to be stuck with mining fatigue for a few minutes, but that's okay. If you recall, last episode we jumped into the Twilight Forest and had a bit of a run around before we came back and worked on modern industrialization just to get the quarries up and running. But this episode, we're going to start with some modern industrialization, finishing off the Steam Age, and then jump back into the Twilight Forest, and who knows what else we'll get up to. The first thing you'll notice is this whole basement here has been cleared out. Gone are the steel barrels with all of our storage, and you might recall all the machines we had lined up here. Basically, it just wasn't big enough to cut it. So we got to work building ourselves this monstrosity. One of the main goals of this mod is to automate absolutely everything from start to finish. There's certain kinds of technological things that limit us at the moment. Like, we're still in the Steam Age. We're not able to use auto crafting type machines, but I thought I could make a little setup of what we can do. And that's what you see before you here. Initially, I had created a design which would have like a single furnace, macerator, compressor, cutting machine array all in a line, and it would process all the ores that we threw at it. Basically, anything from the bronze drill would come up and be processed by the same production line. But what we've done here is actually give a production line for each item or each ore that comes out of the brill. Each ore that comes out of the quarry now has its own production line. So things get sped up much more quickly, and this is how we decided to store it. So I've just got iron here. Some of the iron dust gets sent off downstairs to be smelted into the steel. So iron on the bottom, steel on the top, copper on the bottom here, and tin on the top there, and they both combine to make us our bronze bits. And then we just have gold on this side, and then all the leftovers get stored over here. And the items just come in here on the black line with a filter. So the iron ore comes into this guy, copper into these ones, and so on and so forth. And if we just head downstairs, we can see where this all comes from. So it starts down here. At the moment, I have to manually put in the drills, but that's cool. It starts down here. It outputs everything it can. It goes up the bus here along the black line. And I just marked out plenty of space for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more quarries if we wanted to really speed things up. Or perhaps put in some quarries to use other drills. Like at the moment, we can use copper, which would just dig up like building blocks. Not so useful. Down here, we have our furnace array. So we have 3 steam blast furnaces cooking it all up, and just 1 coke. Hopefully that's enough. Oh, these guys holding up. I think it said something like you could have 1 steam boiler for 4 machines, and I've got something like 23 machines, if I recall correctly. So I think these are keeping up just fine. And then these systems of pipes and cables are just kind of like color coordinated to help troubleshooting. And I can kind of just barely squeeze through here if anything needs to be played with. Now, the big downside to this design is that it's designed around backlogging. That's why I've used these bronze barrels. So basically, everything's just going to keep on getting processed until the final thing, until the final machine's backlog. As you see, they have. Let's have a look over here. As you can see, with these two, in fact, it looks like most of them are approaching backlog. Definitely not iron. A lot of our iron is getting filtered off into the production of steel. But yeah, once this guy backlogs, see, it's not able to output these copper rings anymore into the barrel above. So this stops. So this compressor stops taking in copper rods. So the copper rods can start going into storage. Similarly, this guy stops taking in. This cutting machine stops taking in copper rods to turn into copper bolts. I thought we should just call them small rods, but apparently they're called copper bolts. And since this is not taking any more in because the barrel has capped out, everything coming in here and being converted into rods is then going into storage. Yeah, and that's how it goes. I might end up putting a wall in here so you don't have to see all the ugly pipes or gorgeous pipes. I'm not sure how much you guys enjoy spaghetti. And on the top, we have just space for growth, I guess. And if and when we decide to load in another chunk, we have this entire chunk here free to do something similar with over there. So maybe this chunk here is when we get in our electric quarry, which will let us dig up diamond and a whole bunch of other stuff too. So that's the setup. But if we look at our quest book here for modern industrialization, you'll see there's only 3 more things to craft before we finish the entire steam age. And then that gets us into the mid-game with electricity and assemblers and all that kind of stuff, which, you know, I can't spend all my time on just the one mod, so we might kind of cap it off there for now and we'll return to modern industrialization at another date. So let's just make ourselves these 3 machines. We'll put them over here and we'll call modern industrialization done for the time being. So I think what we'll do is we'll just get ourselves heaps of these pipes first. Fluid pipes need glass and bronze curly whirlies. I'm not sure if that's their technical name. And that's 1 steel packer, steel unpacker, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the steel wire mill. All right, cool. That finishes the steam age for us. All right, let's see what this does. So we have a packer, requires steel, unpacker, requires steam, sorry, and a wire cutter. So I'll just have some steam coming into these 3 machines. Let's do this. I'll have these guys outputting on the side here, and this one outputting, I guess, on the top. Set them to auto extract. So the packer is like a crafter. That's cool, I suppose. I could see how that could come in handy. Saves us from having to craft things. And the unpacker obviously does the opposite. And the wire mill just cuts plates into wires and such, which is, yeah, we don't really need that net for now. That's just like an electric gauge type thing. Okay, I think we're probably ready to jump back into the Twilight Forest then. But before we do, we need to upgrade some of these, or repair some of this armor at least, because today we're going to take on that guy that was griefing us last time, the wizard. Let's just find something a little bit tastier to eat than baked potatoes, and then we'll jump into the Twilight again. Oh, banana nut bread. We need to head back off north to one of those large towers with the wizard that caused us so much grief and humiliation in the last episode. Nothing I seem to do, neither magic nor wax from my sword. Oh, I appear to have angered him already. Yeah, nothing I did seem to work at damaging them. So a very helpful soul in the comments told me that the trick is to try and shoot their fireballs back at them. So that's what we're going to try. Apparently the fight has stages, and I just tried to jump right to the end to the whacking stage, but I got to like withstand a few rounds of things, I guess. Not too sure. We'll find out. Hopefully this ends well for me. Interesting. There it is. Okay, so that is not how you get there. There it is. Okay. Come around here. So apparently the wizard, the Twilight lich, will shoot stuff at me and I just have to hit it back. Presumably with my sword. There you go. Alright, it's not too bad. All those years playing Twouble as a kid. Oh, finally paid off. Wow. What are you doing, you absolute maniac? Oh, you're not even the guy, are you? No. These guys, absolute jerks. Oh, no, don't come up. This is not working out well. Come on, King. I don't know why I keep calling him King. Come on, Wiz. Oh, one more hit. Not these guys. Where's the Wiz? I think these guys are just like, they're just distractions. Oh, it bounces back and gets me. Oh, they're all the way down there. What an absolute maniac this guy is. Okay, this is turned into a treetop fight. Come on, King. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Please, one more hit. Nice, okay. Now it's phase 2. What's phase 2? Little zomberts. And fireballs. You know what, I'm not too fussed. This is not too scary, to be honest. Run! I got this. We're going to finish it with a hero move. Whew. So you have a trophy, nice. Something called a Scepter of Fortification. Whew. I shall take all your goodies. Now I can get back to your treasure room and hopefully loot it. No treasures, apparently. I guess the fight is the loot. So what does this Scepter of Fortification do? You chuck it with a golden apple to recharge it. Oh, that's cool. I have golden apples. I left click it does nothing. I right click it. What's it? Oh my god, I think that means, this is what hey. That's what the wizard dude had in the first round. So in the first round, the wizard dude had this fortification thing on, so that's why I couldn't get him. Oh, now this might seem cruel. That might seem cruel, but I needed these raven feathers for a very specific reason. Let's put some things away that we don't need. And that reason is this. The magic map focus. Oh, geez, don't scare me like that. Aha, here we are. What do I do with you? I just right click you. Sweet. So that's one of them. Like thus, magic map focus. And then a blank. Oh, I put all my paper away, didn't I? Not to worry. That gives us a blank magic map. Oh, shush. Could have ended badly. Let's just find somewhere with some relative safety. Okay, atop this tree, I think we're fine. So now we have our blank map. I guess we just use it like a map. Ah, so that's telling me what these things are. That's saying that that tower there is a wizardy one. There's another one there. I mean, I can see them, you know, but What's that guy doing? Who is this guy? Excuse me? Oh, you're just a summoner. Okay. That wasn't so bad. Now I'm going to do a bit of a gamble with this. Can I sleep in this dimension? Whew. It had to be done. I had to test it. All right, let's jump into this tower here and see if we can't knock off this wizard as well. There is loot, which means I probably lost loot in the other place. Okay, let's do this fight the intended way. I think staying inside this room. Well, I don't think the fight's going to work too well if the reigning champion refuses to come into the ring. I think gravity just made the decision for us. We'll let that guy. We'll give that guy a break. Let's have a look at what's on this map here. So we came from that one. Let's go check out that thing up there. It looks like maybe like a mini. Yep, it's a mini resource deposit. Oh, nice. Back in the overworld, we did spend all that time setting up the quarry, so I might save this all for the next adventurer. Okay, what do we have here for the progression of the Twilight Forest? We have kill a crow, get the feather, eat all the food. There's a quest ram, defeat a red-capped goblin, a small hollow hill. Okay, so maybe this is something then. Because it seems like there might be a red-capped goblin down here that I'm supposed to, or that I can defeat. Yeah, we'll just keep an eye on the bottom right-hand side of the page there. See if it mentions anything about goblin noises. Oh, what's that? Redcap chuckles. Redcap. It's that blasted redcap. There you are. You're the red-capped goblin. I already killed a bunch of them. I killed a bunch of them last episode. Wonder why it didn't come up. Defeat a red snapper. Okay, so we can go so if we go after other heals, we'll get some more guys to kill. That's cool. Killing the Twilight lich has unlocked 3 different areas for us now. I suspect, 4 actually. Claim your title by placing a trophy on the pedestal in the Dark Forest ruins. That sounds scary. That sounds like a bad idea. I'd like to get out of this hill now, please. All right, let's go over to one of these big looking ones. Wait, what's that up there on the right? Oh, that's a new biome. Oh, it is pitch black in there. I got to remember, I can just teleport home at any time with this guy. So in a pinch, right, left, right. So it's telling me there's something kind of in that direction. And it looks like to be a boss, so I should probably be really careful. I don't know, am I ready for another boss fight? We can always have a sticky beat, can't we? What the hell is this? I don't know what that is. Not too bad. What is this? A trophy pedestal. That's not mineable. So this is the next boss fight. Now, I wonder what kind of boss this is. What is this? Oops. The tendrils of darkness surrounding this area are just a manifestation of a protective spell over the entire Dark Forest. The spell causes blindness, which is quite vexing. I've seen several interesting things in the area and would like to keep exploring. I have found ruins in the Dark Forest inhabited by knights. Oh, you poor thing. Oh, no. Thought maybe it called for reinforcements. This is such a cute little area. So here's the pedestal. Let's put the head on there. If I recall that correctly, I found ruins in the dark forest. They belong to a stronghold of a type usually inhabited by knights, although these ones are rather unknightly. Deep in the ruins, I found a pedestal. This pedestal seems to be of type that knights would place trophies on to prove their strength. Obtaining a powerful scepter would seem to weaken the curse on the dark forest. Yep. So head goes here. Maybe fight. And then I can... Yeah, I can still dig. Interesting. I can also loot the pedestal. Didn't think that would work. Why do they have to be so cute? Oh, wow. That is meant to be scary. But what's the bet? I can just build myself a platform. Now, as long as I don't get whacked in there while I'm working on this, it should be fine. Taking all your treasure, guys. God, I hope it's not like laced with TNT or anything. Not a bad little treasure room. I've seen better. I appreciate the diamonds and emeralds, though. I think it's only right that we leave them some treasures of our own. Oh, I'm silly. I could have just poured water all over the lava. Oh, he puts dynamite down. That's just their attack move is to dynamite their feet. I'm not sure if I saw that correctly. Oh my god, can these guys please? I would like to get past. Now, this is a very special creeper tree. Hanging out here in the middle like this. What is going on with this tree? Excuse me, sir, I'm examining your tree. I wonder if I kill the tree if I'll get in trouble. It's kind of ridiculous how much crud we have at the moment. Definitely got too much crud. So you're a vine. You're just a jungle log. What are you doing down here, jungle log? You don't say. I should have known there'd be treasures back here. Looting one. I mean, I'll take it just because it's a cool looking sword. We're probably quite close to upgrading this scepter here. Not as close as I thought. Another 1,000 left. Shall we go down? I don't see why not. Oh, that's why not. These bosses? Ah! That's good. Yikes! I think it bounced back right at me. Yeah! Everything here seems to blow up. And maybe I'm supposed to lure them towards something? Ah! Wait for it. There we go. You're just a little fella. Aw. Those guys started running after me. I was terrified. It's you. So they're just all dropping these armor shards, which I can make armor shard clusters. I don't know what that does. Arthropods, sure. It doesn't seem to be... What? They all may be trapped. Slightly different, but also much the same. Oh, well, this is deep slates, so I guess we're just going down more levels, which is good. Can't be bad. Okay, so we just want to find our way down, I guess, into the depths. That's where we came from. Why would we want to go up again? To a dead end? Yikes, I guess they don't expect you to be digging your way through this. Like I just did. Thankfully I can run away. I don't know what to make of this. I did it. Yeah, that wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. Oh, he's given us some goodies. What have we got here? We've got some chest plates, some epic swords. What are these? Sweet. Should just desecrate all their graves real quick. Make sure they're not hiding any goodies. I'm guessing we're meant to come this way. I just didn't see it. All right, I think that concludes our adventures down here. Let's give this guy a fright and head back home. Well, that low FPS was really doing my head in, so I tinkered around with a few of the settings and mods. And yeah, what seemed to make the biggest difference was swapping out phosphor, which is the light rendering mod that comes with sodium. I swapped that out with Starlight, which is like a complete rewrite of the vanilla lighting engine in Minecraft. So now I kind of generally get, oh, nice. Now I generally get much higher than 60 frames. Sometimes it drops below 60, but on average it's well above, which is great. The only downside of this seems to be that the big torches that come with Kibe will no longer work, obviously because they're something that messes with light, but we haven't used them yet. I was planning on putting a few of those around the base to reduce the mob spawning, but maybe we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way. I also installed Farsight, which, if I remember correctly, is what Doc M has been using this season of Hermitcraft in order to keep his hole, quite literally his giant hole in the ground, rendered in at all times. Basically, it just lets you have chunks loaded in that exceed the limitations of the server's chunk rendering distance. I'm not sure if it makes any difference on single player, but couldn't hurt, right? Where it does take a massive hit is when we come back home here. And I was wondering why, but then you can turn on this. See up there in the top left-hand corner, we have mini HUD displaying, and we've got that E setting, which is entities. So there's currently 323 entities in this area here being loaded in. And I was like, what could they all be? Like, what's causing us so much? What's costing us all our frames? And then I caught a glimpse of a minimap there. It seems we've had an explosion of sheep down in our meat factory. So I think I'm just going to give up on this idea of a meat factory for now. And if we need access to this kind of farm later on, well, I'm sure there's mods that can help us make a passive mob farm. Still not getting great frames. Oh well, let's head downstairs and have a look at how our quarry system's been going while we've been away. Remember, I've got these chunks force loaded, so they should be active no matter where we are. Look at that. These are all backlogged. I must have turned off the ingot. Yeah, the iron compressor's not turning on down here. So coming out of the iron ingot storage, anything can come out. And all right, I'll turn this one on now, so we'll start getting some iron plates. Beautiful. Wow, bronze and copper backlogged pretty good. We've even started to backlog on copper plates. We've got sufficient, I would say, sufficient amount of bronze dust there. Jesus, tin and gold also backlog in. So you're full. Here's a bit of troubleshooting. This guy's full of tin plates and he's auto-extracting, but they're not actually heading into their destination. So let's... I know, my inventory is chaotic right now. It's literally full. Put that back, and that has... Yeah, that's outputting now, thank God. And yeah, everything seems to be working pretty well. Yeah, these are all fired up. Our coke dust is increasing, and wow, our lubricant's full. You'll love to see it. And these guys are still running. Oh, I can see there. It's got 9 left and 3 left on this one of the bronze drill heads. So let's take 3 from there and distribute it evenly. So Rejoice, we've basically got passive, I mean, aside from heading down there every now and then to replace the drill heads, we've got passive ore generation. So we've gone a fair way down the path of one of the tech mods here by finishing the early game of modern industrialization. Come back next episode and we'll have a look at one of the magic mods. Well, there is one place where we can probably get rid of a few more mobs. I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.